Shalom from the Western Wall Tunnel here in Jerusalem. We're walking down a pathway that leads directly to the Western Wall, or the retaining wall of Herod's temple. We know from the Gospels that the temple is mentioned often. Jesus, of course, was here in Jerusalem, and when he taught from the temple courts. This particular excavation has revealed some of the Western Wall. It served as a retaining wall for Herod's project when he expanded the Temple Mount, a project that began in 20 BC. Jesus would spend a lot of time talking about the kingdom and other theological issues here within the temple. So if we walk closer to this Western Wall, what's exposed is this master course, as it's called. It's about the size of a bus. It weighs somewhere between 400 and 550 tons. So walking now along parallel to this western retaining wall, we're still seeing massive Herodian stones still in place from 2,000 years ago. Come to a part in this Western Wall tunnel where it actually feels like a tunnel. But we're still walking northward, and still exposed are the Herodian stone. And we're still walking upon levels of debris, which means that the foundation of the temple is still far below us. You can see these classic Herodian stone. They were characterized by this particular chiseling dress around the frame of the stone. This would have been a classic Herodian stone, finished to look aesthetically pleasing to your sight. And notice that each level of these stones, it's inset about an inch, each level. Again, Herod built the temple wall, this retaining wall, in order to expand this Temple Mount. But each level is inset about an inch, not only to strengthen the wall, but again to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible. We're eventually walking to an area where we have exposed an Herodian street upon which no doubt Jesus and his disciples used here in Jerusalem. As we continue to walk northward, now we begin to see some of the bedrock upon which all of these levels of Herodian stone were built. Even part of the bedrock was made and chiseled into what would appear to be stones themselves, individual stones. All that Herod did was dress out the bedrock to make it appear as if they were stones. Eventually we come to this Herodian street, which actually ran parallel to this western retaining wall of the temple. So every time we read in the Gospels when Jesus and his disciples came to Jerusalem, this street would have been used. It dates to his time period. Look how massive these stones were that were placed as a pavement for this area adjacent to the temple. We even find unused stones that were meant to be placed but never were. Chiseled out directly from the bedrock. At the very end of this Western Wall tunnel walk, we come to this area where the actual temple stones end and this water system begins. This was used eventually as a part of the Struthion pool at the very north end of the Temple Mount. Here's the Struthion pool. It's still filled with water. This pool goes underneath the old city street level above us.